The topic is congestive heart failure. Congestive heart failure is a condition which arises when the heart is not able to pump the blood properly to different tissues of the body. Here, this condition occurs when there is insufficient supply of oxygen and blood to the coronary circulation. Here, the heart is unable to pump sufficiently to maintain the blood flow and to meet the body's needs. Based upon the treatment goals, the drugs used for congestive heart failure is categorized or classified as under. First, the drugs which can relieve the congestive or low output symptoms and restore the cardiac performance, which includes inotropic drugs, for example digoxin, dopamine. Next is diuretics, for example furosemide and thiazides. Renin-angiotensin system inhibitors, RAS inhibitors, ACE inhibitors, vasodilators like hydralazine and nitrates, beta blockers like metoprolol, etc. Second goal is to arrest or reversal of disease progression and prolongation of survival of the patient, which includes the drugs like ACE inhibitors, aldosterone antagonists. Coming with the first drug, that is digoxin or digitalis. Here, digitalis increases the force of contraction of the cardiac tissues. Digitalis initially inhibits the sodium-potassium ATPase. This inhibition of sodium-potassium ATPase will not allow the sodium from inside of the cardiac cell to move outside. Hence, there is not enough sodium available in the space beyond the cardiac cells. Hence, it will further inhibit the sodium-calcium exchanger, that is NCX. Therefore, there is no influx of sodium and there is no outflux of calcium. This results in increased level of calcium inside the cardiac cell because the calcium is not able to move outside the cardiac cell. This increase in the concentration of calcium inside the cardiac cells will further cause contraction of the cardiac cell. Hence, it will increase the force of contraction of the heart cells. Now coming to the pharmacokinetic features of digoxin, oral absorption is 60 to 80%, plasma protein binding is about 25%, time course of action, the onset of action is 15 to 30 minutes, peak is attained in 2 to 5 hours and duration of action is 2 to 6 days. The plasma T-half is 40 hours, therapeutic concentration is 0.5 to 1.4 nanograms per ml, toxic concentration is achieved when there is a concentration of digitalis increases to 2 nanograms per ml. Daily maintenance dose required is 0.125 to 0.5 milligram. Daily elimination is through renal route or renal excretion, and the route of administration of the drug digitalis is through oral route or IV route. There are cardiac and extracardiac adverse effects related to digitalis. Extracardiac adverse effects include anorexia, nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, fatigue, malaise, headache, mental confusion, restlessness, disorientation, psychosis, and visual disturbances, along with the skin rash and gynecomastia. And cardiac adverse effects occurring with the digitalis is arrhythmia. These are the drug interactions of digitalis. Along with diuretics, it causes hypokalemia. With calcium, it synergizes the activity of digitalis. Quinidine reduces the binding of digitalis to tissue proteins. Adrenergic drugs induces arrhythmia. Metoclopramide reduces the absorption of digoxin. Propranolol, verapamil, diltiazem, and disopyramide, they additively depress the atrioventricular conduction. And succinylcholine, it induces arrhythmia along with digitalis. Next category of drug is diuretic. It gives symptomatic relief to the patients suffering from congestive heart failure. Loop diuretics are a drug of choice in the patients with CHF. Thiazide and spironolactone may also be used in combination with loop diuretics. Here, the diuretics decreases the preload and improves the ventricular efficacy by reducing the circulating volume. And they remove the peripheral edema and therefore also the pulmonary congestion. RAS inhibitors, which includes ACE inhibitors and angiotensin receptor blockers, they give symptomatic as well as the disease modifying benefits to the patients with CHF. It is recommended at all the stages of congestive heart failure. Vasodilators act by reducing the preload and afterload. Nitrates reduces the preload, hydralazine reduces the afterload, and sodium nitroprusside reduces the pre as well as afterload in the patients with congestive heart failure. Beta blockers are also used for the patients with CHF. Beta 1 blockers includes metoprolol, bisoprolol. Non-selective beta blockers plus selective alpha 1 blockers, these are the drugs for mild to moderate congestive heart failure when treated with ACE inhibitors and diuretics and digitalis. They slow the heart rate and allow more time for the heart to fill with the blood. This allows the left ventricle to fill more completely and increases the volume of blood that the heart pumps with each heartbeat. That is, the ejection fraction is increased. It gives immediate effect and depresses the cardiac contractility and ejection fraction. Gradual effect is by high ejection fraction and improved cardiac performance. Next drug is aldosterone antagonist. Examples include spironolactone. They are the weak diuretics and it benefits the patients with CHF by antagonizing the effects of aldosterone. They are given in low doses to avoid hyperkalemia, that is from 12.5 to 25 mg per day can be given, and the contraindications include renal insufficiency. Sympathomimetic inotropic drugs are also used for the patients with CHF. Beta-adrenergic and dopaminergic D1 agonistic actions provide positive inotropic activity and vasodilator properties. Examples include dobutamide and dopamine. So these are the drugs which are used for congestive heart failure. Along with these drugs, other non-pharmacological managements can also be considered, like reduction in the weight if the person is overweight, smoking cessation, alcohol consumption should be reduced, regular exercising should be done under physician's supervision. And such cases, such non-pharmacological actions along with the drugs in proper combination can lead to managing the patients with congestive heart failure in a better way. That's all for congestive heart failure. Thank you.